Welcome to the Championship Game 2025 Super Series between the visiting Boston Hockey Club. Coordinator game, head referee Scott Murphy. His linesman is Brian Aha, and his other linesman is David Gordon. Please be respectful to my officials. Please, this is a championship game. Two very good teams here. It's going to be nice. It's going to be out, and I want you to participate.
Now, get them position. Sorry there, it seems we're having some technical audio issues, but Cody Polasic opens the scoring here for Minnesota. I believe it's too loud in here for the mics that we're using. That is how great the turnout of Boston and Minnesota parents and fans are. If you haven't heard us this whole time, Marcus Trevetti's to my left. My name is Luke Jordan. Scott Schuman's our producer here on WSBN. Minnesota leads 1-0 off an early goal from Cody Polasic. For Polasic, that is goal number 13 of the tournament in his 10th game.
Unbelievable skater. I mean, the things that he does on that line, for the second line for Minnesota, is an unbelievable player.
Benny Hughes in front, couldn't be tucked home by Brothers. Now out of the zone, it's Asher Van Leer. Van Leer is crossed up with Muratovic. Some space now for Humber and Boston to break out. Minnesota, the best offense in this tournament. It shows there early on from Cody Polasic. That is their 60th goal scored of the tournament. Nobody else with more than 57 entering today. Jack Anderson now for Colton Van Bokeren. Van Bokeren on the backhand pumps the brakes. Looking into the slot, and now ricochets up to Detlefsen. Back to Van Bokeren, walks into the slot. Van Bokeren turns, fires, and that's blocked. Jackson Parise threw it around the wall. Parise, the son of Zach Parise, former player of the Minnesota Wild, where he's most recognized for, out with the board on the Minnesota bench, pointing orders to his skaters on the ice. Noah Schneider, watch out. Right side of the ice, poked away by Martins. Detlefsen winds one up, deflected and blocked by Martins.
Martins with a really good defensive stand here for Boston, keeping them alive right now.
Van Bokeren now dancing inside, looking back door. Schneider was open for a second. Now Parise, as Martins turns the other direction. Leo Ruscioni tries to zip a pass across the ice. He didn't get much mustard on it. And Detlefsen now for Polasic. Two-on-two corner battle ensues. One out now. McCoy Stoss down the wall. Leathers. Stoss once again into the slot. Polasic looking for number 2, and Weinberg kicks it away.
More on Cody Polasic. I mean, we know that he's probably the smallest player on this Minnesota team, but he uses that to his advantage each game.
Dumont was looking across for Humber. Over the line by Weaver, just barely on sides is Boston, but they don't keep it over the blue line for long. Sent ahead now, Polasic. Some trouble with the puck there. Nice poke check by Weaver. Muratovic. Delayed off sides. Polasic unaware. 9:20 to go in the first period. 1-0 Minnesota. As Polasic, the lone goal scorer so far, comes off.
I mean, Minnesota has to have possession on the ozone. Boston has struggled on it. They're more been on breakaways. That's something you can't really do against Minnesota, but we'll see what Boston can do for the rest of this first period.
For Minnesota, they have not had a single game within a single goal this season. They almost had a 2-goal lead there. Nice save by Weinberg. Sakurada turns ahead with it. Gabe Sakurada. Across, Collar. Shot blocked, bouncing towards the net and covered by Young.
Young reads that puck perfectly. She gets a perfect save right there. Stopping her glove on the puck, creating a new faceoff.
Soft to the right of Young. Curled out into the high slot and poked away by Parise. Up ahead for Schneider. Schneider left side of the ice. Delory playing defense. Schneider leaves the back. Van Bokeren left open, and they score! Isaiah Cartero is coming off the Boston bench. A quick exit for Chucky Weinberg as Minnesota has found his holes. It's 2-0.
I mean, whether it's Schneider scoring the goal or Van Bokeren scoring the goal, either way, that duo is the most dynamic duo in this tournament, and they strike again.
Get a load of this. Entering this game as we have a whistle for offsides. Van Bokeren and Schneider, third and fourth most points in the tournament. Colton with 27, Noah with 26. Schneider with 16 goals, though. It's typically Van Bokeren setting them up. It's just incredible. Jackson Parise rounds out the top 9 with 21 points. So 3 Minnesota scores in the top 9. There's only one other team to have such, and it's actually the Connecticut Junior Rangers. That top line with 3 top scores in the top 7. Granted, they did just play a game. Lost a chance at a bronze medal to Finland, 9-3. Here's a chance. Breakaway for Brothers. It's now a 2-on-0. Muratovic to his right. Liam Brothers waits, shoots. It was denied. What a save by Savannah Young.
Savannah Young with the save of her life. My goodness. It looked like Liam Brothers had a free takeaway to the net, but Savannah Young stopped him right in his tracks.
Wow. That is game-changing. Already the 5th save for Savannah Young. Shots on goal, 5-4 Boston. Leathers now. Fires. Cartero fresh into the game, makes a glove save. Out to the point. No look pass, gets through. Staus denied. Rebound. Potted wide. Polasic nearly at his second. Back in front for Staus. Another save by Cartero.
Now, ever since Cartero checked into the game, he's locked in. He's making all these saves, keeping Boston alive right now.
Here is Staus. Once again. Backhander denied by Cartero. Do not forget where this Boston team came from. Down 2-0 to Finland yesterday, they tied it. Down 5-2 to Finland yesterday, they tied it. 1 in an overtime, 4 unanswered to finish out a game. You simply can't ever count these guys out.
Never. The other thing, too, is this Minnesota team is so talented with puck handling alone that it's really hard to steal the puck from them. So Cartero's role in this game has to be huge from here on out.
Van Bokeren pressured in the corner by Delory. Parise had it swiped away. Up to the point now. Work down the wall. Parise defended by Delory again. Finds Van Bokeren. Schneider is creeping in the high slot. He's got it now. Pulls, fires over the crossbar. Saw that coming from a mile away. Here's a chance now for Boston. Liam Brothers taken away top of the circle, and Hughes now forced out of the zone. Straight back in. Brothers to chase. Liam Brothers looking down low, taken away. And Jackson Parise. Curls to the outside. Finds Schneider. Noah Schneider crashing. Left it behind. Parise's got a man open in the slot. Couldn't find him. Ben Martins. Sakurada couldn't pull it down. Could be numbers here. Sammy Sarak. Down the wall, Parise. Schneider crashing. Pass intended for Schneider. Down to a knee and still taller than half the Boston players. Detlefson to the side. Do we have an official height on Schneider by chance?
He's over 5'8". I can confirm that. Without skates on.
Might have to round up to 6 foot at this point. Here's Sarek up ahead. Offsides, Van Leer is a good stride over the blue line before that puck entered. We talked about it before the game off the air, Marcus. We said Boston's a pretty small team. It's going to be hard to keep up with the size and speed of this Minnesota roster.
It definitely will. But, on the other hand, with the likes of Alden Muratovich, Bennett Hughes, and Liam Brothers, as you said, there's still a chance they can get it done.
Sakurada up to the point, held in by Wigan. Ruscioni. Looks across, Wigan with space, fires deflected wide. Tussle down in the corner. Collar trying to stick it back down, and that he does. Ruscioni into the slot. Sakurada backhands it, intended for DeFrancisco, who gets hit into the corner, but nothing worthy of a call there. We play on. That's just brushing somebody against the boards. Van Leer can't clear. Wigan blocked. Well played there by Everett Prosser. And here is Minnesota while Boston changing a few. Looking across, a pass intercepted by Wigan. Once again, Plante. Nothing going there. Dumont trying to earn his stick back while the puck is up for grabs. He's got it, but it's up to the point. A shot wide of the net by Jake Zintel. Vlasic cycles it down the wall. Nobody there except Dylan Flynn, who slips. Eventually it is Humber that recovers. Back the other way, Staus for Pulisic. 2-0 Minnesota, 2 early goals. And here they come looking for a third. McCoy Staus drops it back. Pulisic, flipping move around. Staus trying to fork it in front. Up for grabs, and Leathers couldn't pull the trigger. Martin's given space here on the breakout. Brothers tripped up. That definitely could have been called. We'll play on. To everyone their own. Staus now backhands it inside just past the blue line. Martins shovels it back ahead. Kicked now by Hughes. Minnesota has done a real good job at containing this first line so far. And they come back in the zone. Leathers poked away. Hughes now for Muratovic. Alden Muratovic with under 3 minutes to play in the first period. Kept in. Collar walks in. Fires. Save by Young. Shots on goal now, 6 even.
Just gotta say, Young makes our 6 right now. Get the face off the net. See what you can do.
Off the draw, but just off the mark. Young might have gotten a toe on it. Shoving now between Muratovic and Anderson, but we play on. Muratovic's got it, tracing the circle. Centering feed, not there for Brothers. Out of the zone, Schneider. Parise to his left. Jackson Parise. Inside, Schneider settling. Noah Schneider down the wall, skips over the stick of Parise, tracking it down in the far side corner. Brothers can't clear, and it's tapped on to Cartero for his 5th save.
Yeah, Savannah Young now 7 saves on the game.
Chucky Weinberg started the game for Boston. And after letting in 2, Boston made a fight or flight decision to bring in Cartero, who faced a workload against Finland yesterday in that overtime game. Not an easy turnaround for a goalie to be playing 2 games in well less than 24 hours. As Krenzen eventually out of the zone. Martins puts it back where it came from. 100 seconds to go in the first period. Polasic scored just 100 seconds in. Fun fact. 2-on-2 in the corner. Dug loose, Van Leer curls ahead with some speed. Flip back in. DeFrancisco has that trickle over his twig. Got to be careful here. Very close to dragging down Krenzen there. Krenzen up ahead, right through the stick of Van Leer. Humber puts it near side for Ruscioni. Leo Ruscioni shot blocked. Now it's Martins. That blocked. Cleared out, but Martins, that's a big stop there defensively. And he walks in, toe drag, shoots, save. If Martins doesn't make that play, it is a 2-0 there for Minnesota.
Yeah, that was an aggressive shot by Martins Araya, but a great save there once again by Savannah Young, collecting her eighth of the game.
Muratovic to the point, Collar for Delory. Now Hughes, centering feed for Muratovic, denied on the short side. Now it is Leathers. Across, Stoss. McCoy Stoss shoots, pad save, rebound, also stopped by Cartero. Cleared out of the crease by Delory.
Like I said, Cartero needs to have the game of his life, and he's having it right now.
Gonna need his offense to produce, and that hasn't happened so far. Nearing the end of a scoreless period for Boston unless they can do something here. Instead, it's going the other way with 4 seconds. Stoss from a distance, saved by Cartero. We'll have a face-off with 1.3. Cody Polasic, 1:40 into this game. And then with 8:33 left, it was Van Boker.
And credited with assists today, number 12, Noah Schneider, number 11, Jackson Parise, and number 97, Keegan Edmundson, number 19, McCoy Stoss.
1.3, face-off drawn back by Boston. We're done with 1. We'll go to break here on WSBN. We'll tune you back in a minute. 2-0 Minnesota. Welcome back here, period number 2, just about ready to go. Savannah Young goes back into her crease, dominating so far. 9 saves on 9 shots. Meanwhile, Minnesota found 2 early on 4 shots. Then Weinberg pulled. Since then, Cartero has stopped all 5 he's faced. Underway. Boston has 30 minutes to find 2 answers. It takes them no time here! 8 seconds into the second period. It's Alden Muratovic, and this game is just 1 goal apart.
What an amazing
confidence. 2-1. Now, can a rebuttal be found by Minnesota entering the O-zone? Centering feed gets by Schneider, smacked back down the wall by Anderson. They opened up the first period real well. Let's see if they can open up the second as well. Defensively, that's not the case so far. Van Bokern across Schneider, one-timer. There in time is Cartero. In the corner now. Here's Silvio Busco with the goal delivery.
Boston goal scored by number 88, Aiden Murakovic. Assisted by number 18, Lee Brothers, and number 86, Ben Hughes.
Here's Schneider driving inside. Schneider trying to stuff it 5-hole. Runs over Cartero. Nothing intentional there. Schneider a little bit slow to get up.
Can't be good for Minnesota.
No, not at all. He's up on his own. That is good. He will come off. A line change was planned as it was. 63-second shift there for Schneider and his line. And from the looks of the body language from Schneider on the bench, I'm sure he'll be back in next shift. Asher Van Leer with a nice move. Inside! Shot blocked. Plante to the point. And Zintel shot his glove down by Martins. Dug out by Sarek. Sarek looking through the slot. Ruscioni gets his skate in the lane. Chip back down by Sarek. Martins up for Ruscioni. Sakurada turns over the blue line and rims it in deep. Boston wholesale changes. All 5 fresh on, giving some space on the breakout here for Minnesota, especially down this near side. Delayed offside. Sarek will turn back towards the center ice circle and now feed Asher Van Leer. Van Leer from a distance, blocked by Wigan. Tapped up to the high slot. Weaver now plays it aside for R.J. Dumont. Across for Collar, MJ Collar. Nothing going there. Zintel smacks it up the wall. Staus trying a toe drag, taken the other way. Dumont in around the wall. Boston changes a majority. 4 of 5 this time around. Could be numbers for Minnesota, but Staus couldn't reel in the pass. He'll tip it in here, no icing. Minnesota yet to be beaten in this tournament and yet to be in a 1-goal game. At least a 1-goal game finalized, should I say. DeFrancisco trying to make a couple of moves, won't work. McCoy Staus, patient, waiting, tries a wraparound off the post. Just pulled the trigger on that wrap a little too soon. Staus takes it back, centers it, and Polasic is ran over. From the point now, Everett's shot denied by Cartero.
Cartero is still very well keeping Boston in this game.
Staus. Now Anderson attempting to send it across. No dice. Anderson. One too many moves here. Delayed penalty coming though. We have a slashing. And Jack Anderson is going to the box for Minnesota.
So now Boston gets the face-off on their own zone, and they
Watch who they send out here. Alden Muratovic, 3 power play goals. Liam Brothers, 3 power play goals. Those two combining for 6 of the team's 10 in this tournament. 10 power play goals, the 4th most. Minnesota has allowed 4 power play goals in the tournament. One of the stats you could say they honestly struggle on compared to everything else. They have 4 power play goals allowed, but they still have offense on those penalty kills. 6 shorties, the most in the tournament.
Unbelievable.
I mean, that's like a number you see an NHL team do through 40 to 50 games, let alone 10.
It's just an unbelievable statistic.
Schneider now. You can see why they score so much shorthanded. Their 2 forward killers out there are Van Bokern and Schneider. Trying to split the D there is DeFrancisco. Nothing going. Under 10 minutes in the middle frame. Boston scored the only goal of the period so far. Muratovic with it. Sakurada on a centering attempt. Won't go. Martins now down the wall for DeFrancisco, looking inside. Sakurada turns towards the net, fires and scores! They were down to Finland 2-0 yesterday. They're down to Minnesota 2-0 today. We're back at square one for a second straight day. Boston Hockey Club's got no quit.
Gabe Sakurada, what a goal, my goodness. An amazing wrister. That is just what Boston needed.
R.J. Dumont. Down for Weaver.
Boston goal scorer number 8, Gabe Sakurada. Offensive by number 6, Austin Humber. And number 8,
Will Weaver on a centering attempt.
Power play goal at 5:21.
Out of the zone, Van Leer. Asher Van Leer, right side of the ice. Poked away by Collar into the slot. Fan down by Plante. Odd man rush the other direction. Here is Weaver. Taking away Anderson. Asher Van Leer, stride for stride. With him was Jack Wiggin. Wiggin wheeling ahead. The defenseman with the showing of offense right now. Poked away, Brothers now leaves it. Hughes with a shot. Nice, blocked there by Anderson. Diving to chop it to the side. Detlefson off the wall, out of the reach of Plante, but look who's speeding ahead. Coley Palasic, who scored the opening goal in this game. Palasic opening up his feet, now tries to shoot from a sharp angle, won't get it to go. Detlefson cannot hold the zone. Across for Anderson. Lucas Leathers. Leathers wrapping around, shoots and scores! Just barely over the shoulder and in. That took some precision from Lucas Leathers.
Yeah, it is not easy to score out Martero, and especially like that. It sneaks just right past him, and Lucas Leathers gets the goal to make this a one-goal game.
Well, entering this game, Lucas Leathers has 6 goals. That was only done in 2 games. He has 2 hat tricks in the tournament. Is he due for a third? We'll see.
Can the inconsistency lie again?
And Minnesota regains the lead. I mean, this is literal deja vu on this rink from yesterday. Just replaced Finland with Minnesota. It was 2-0 for Boston's opponent, then it was tied back up, and then they're back out in front. Same old. Palasic. Now Staus. McCoy Stouse into the slot. Aside, here's a shot deflected wide. Sakurada, who has scored the recent goal for Boston. Does he have a second? Oh, that redirected almost right to the top corner.
Didn't get a lucky bounce though. That shot wasn't going in if it didn't get that.
Yeah, that was friendly. Smacked in by Van Bokern. Parise and Delory now in the corner. Delory up the wall. Now Brothers. 4 goals in yesterday's semifinal, taken away now by Schneider. Taken back. Brothers into the O-zone, shoots off the mark. Muratovic to the point. Martins nearly redirected home. Banks around Hughes, backhander in front. Muratovic, saved by Young. She'll hang on.
Don't ignore that. Even though she gave up 2 goals recently, Savannah Young still has 11 saves in this game.
Yeah, she started out real hot and got Minnesota that 2-0 lead. No change allowed there for Boston, the lower seed here. Last change to the home bench, of course. Boston trying to sneak a change.
They call it a legal substitution. Originally they subbed out Humber for Delory, and now they try to sub Humber back out for Delory. So.
Yep, they made that change well too late. Hughes down at the goal line, slides it right through the crease. Now Hughes. Parise couldn't flip it out. Muratovic back down the wall. Hughes. Now Muratovic. For Martins at the point. Saved by Young as she slides out and covers it. Minnesota liking the song choice. I mean, Silvio is the best DJ in the game.
I mean, the song does explain Savannah's young performance right now.
So funny, too. All the moms for Minnesota immediately knew and started cheering for her. Now Sarek. R.J. Dumont. Now thrown across for Van Leer. Van Leer dangles inside. Threw it in front. Sarek turning, shooting. And that is stopped while standing by Cardero, who drops for a whistle. .5:12 to play. 3-2 Minnesota. Plante works it to the point off the draw. Everett's shot is interfered with. Down at the goal line turning up is Van Leer towards the net. Martins with a good stick. Expect Ben Martins to get a lot of ice time in this game. He's already been out there a ton, and just textbook-wise, he is the best defender on this Boston team. Take it from somebody who's just seeing this team play for, I believe, now the 7th time. I've gotten them a lot. Plante on a centering attempt. He'll get it back. Sammy Plante into the slot. Polasic. Stick lifted, goes down in the corner. Some Minnesota players on the bench putting their hands up, wanting a call. They will not get one. Definitely 50-50 as Plante sticks it ahead. It's in the feet of Van Leer and poked back by Humber. Ruscioni makes a nice move. Leo Ruscioni over the blue line. Congestion in front, try to feed it there, but it's taken away by Anderson. Now thrown across, Leathers, who scored that recent goal, finds Staus. Put it just left. Staus works it across for Anderson. Denied by Cartero. Leathers now. Staus goes down. Minnesota wanting yet another call. Got to be careful here for Murtovic. He's cross-checking. Smack back in. Krenzen down the wall. Now Humber for Boston. Playing cat and mouse below the net. Now throws it to the far side. Brothers. Top line out there for Boston. Here's Bennett Hughes. Hughes potentially holding the stick of Krenzen. Play on. Now Van Bokeren. Golden Van Bokeren forced to the outside. Centers one now. Staus on a 2-on-1. And Cartero might have gotten a piece of it. Flynn now kicks it ahead. Dylan Flynn left side. Waiting, shooting, and easy save there for Young. Brothers in front. Weaver trying to find it. He's bombarded in a sea of white. Now Detlefson up the boards. Into the netting. Souvenir. 2-minute warning here. Spot on, 120 to go. Shots on goal 17 to 15, Minnesota. Van Bokeren. Now Schneider. Into the slot. Van Bokeren couldn't find it. Backdoor Parise. Denied on the post by Cartero. Parise once again. Van Bokeren nearly redirects in. Parise. Centering attempt taken away. Worked up the wall. Cleared out. That should be whistled dead, I'm pretty sure. We'll play on. It caromed off the open boards door. Murtovic now on a takeaway. Bennett Hughes tried a shot that he fanned down. Here's Brothers. Across for Martins. Well wide. Karam's off the back of the net and comes right back to Young, who tracks it down. It's getting heated here. We'll need that 10-minute break, that's for sure. Oh my, Brothers just a hair over the crossbar, right off the face-off. No kidding. Plante up ahead, Van Leer one-on-one, poked away. It's once again Ben Martins. 30 seconds to go, Van Leer. Drag, shoots, and it got deflected wide off the body of Martins. Humber up ice. Now Brothers. That looked to be offsides, and it is. Good catch there by the officials with 11.3 to play. Here's Muratovic now. Final seconds inside. Brothers at the buzzer blocked. And we go through 2 periods. 3-2 Minnesota. Can we just play like 6 or 8 or 10 periods instead? I mean, I could do this all day. Nothing but fun here in the gold medal game. So only one team will remain the top dog through 16 this week. We'll be back on WSBN after 10 minutes. Minnesota 3, Boston 2.
The 4 Points by Sheraton, Winnipeg South. Conveniently located on South Pembina Highway near the Trans-Canada Bypass and 1 hour from the U.S. border crossing. Offering a saltwater pool, hot tub, 24-hour fitness center, restaurant, and lounge.
Welcome back to the Nicholas Sportsplex. There is just one period left, at least regulation-wise, on the entire 2025 Continental Clash. Marcus Trivedi, your color commentator. I'm Luke Jordan. Scott Schuman's our producer. 3-2 Minnesota leads the Boston Hockey Club through 2 periods. Shots on goal 18-16, favoring the Blades. Savannah Young has made 14 saves. And Isaiah Cartero, who came in late, has stopped nearly everything he's faced. Shots on goal specifically in that second, 9-7 Minnesota. And here we go. An unbeaten versus a underdog. Boston out there with their starting 5. Cartero back between the pipes. Weinberg started this game. And Savannah Young goes back to her crease.
Rule number 65. Nobody watches you harder than the people that don't like you. So give them a show they'll never forget.
Von Bokern and Bennett Hughes at the faceoff. Third and final regulation period underway. Von Bokern right off the faceoff walks in, takes a shot, that's blocked. Blades led 2-0 in this game. Then they let it get tied up and have recently found a tiebreaker. Lucas Leathers from a sharp angle. As of right now, that would be deemed the game winner, but there's still so much time. Martins right off the rip, denied there by Young. Boston scored just 8 seconds into the start of the second period. Not the same type of intensity out of the gate, at least early on. Von Bokern, backhander. Cartero got a piece of it with his glove. Parise dancing inside. One-timer Von Bokern wide of the net. Parise once again. Von Bokern off the ice now. Polasic in. Cody Polasic, who had the first goal in this game. Down the side, shoots. Cartero got a piece of it. Humber now. Austin Humber walks in, shoots, and that is stopped by Young. Sakurada on a cause turnover. Looking to work around, centering DeFrancisco, not there in time. The pass wasn't exactly on par either. Out to center, this one taken in by Polasic. Led ahead for Leathers, back for Polasic. Once again Leathers, Lucas Leathers, with the most recent goal in this game, backhands it down the boards for the other 16 in DeFrancisco. Oh, we apologize for that on the camera. Now you got a much clearer view. Sakurada across for Ruscioni. Shot from a distance covered by Young. Changes from both sides.
I know I've expended on this a lot today, but it's just remarkable what Savannah Young has done. Cody Westbrook is the starting goaltender of this team, but Zach Parise made the decision to start her in the net today, and she's just dominant all game.
Young in the semifinals as well. And I guess he must have said, you know what, if she's playing good, we're going to keep her in until she doesn't play good. She hasn't hit that part yet. And who knows if she will. Offsides. Much slower start here in the third. 3 goals in that second period total.
Now that Minnesota's deciding to pair Frentzen and Zinto with the Schneider von Bachmann.
Muratovic, top line out there for Boston. From the point, Humber wide of the net. Liam Brothers, who had a sensational third period in the semifinal. Down the boards for Hughes. Hughes crashing, trying to rip it in. He couldn't do so. Turnaround shot. Brothers denied by Young. Frentzen got it ahead for Von Bokern while falling. Colton Von Bokern. Looking inside, sticked away by Hughes, but not out of the zone. Detlefsen taps it back down. Up in the air and out of play. Finland has won third place. Third through 16th has been finalized. We're just waiting on 2 more teams to complete a near entire week of hockey. We're down to the final regulation period. This is the last third period of the tournament. I don't want to say it's the last period. We just don't know. Sent in by Detlefsen. Now Van Leer winding one up. Fan down it. Delory pressured by Plante down low. McCoy Staus down the wall. Martins. Still battling in the corner. Plante has his stick slashed, and Martin's going in the box.
That's not a good look for Boston now with Martin Zaraya in the box. Their top defender. And 11 minutes ago, 2-minute power play. Minnesota can take it to full week.
Minnesota, the top power play unit in this tournament. 13 power play goals. It is Schneider taking the draw. He cleanly wins it back to McCoy Staus. A chance to double the Minnesota lead here. They creep in. Schneider with space. Fires off the mark. Shorthanded one-on-one for Bennett Hughes. Forking it in deep. He's not going to win the foot race against Staus, but still goes in deep to pressure. Up the wall, Schneider. Wheeling down the right side. Stuffing it short side, denied by Cartero and cleared out. "40 seconds into the power play. Minnesota yet to get a crack on the power play in this gold medal game. Until now, Jackson Parise at the goal line. Schneider. Taps down for Parise. Jackson Parise threw it across. Nobody there on the near side until Von Bokern lifts the stick of Ruscioni. Up top now, Staus with some space. Turns away. Back for Von Bokern. Top of the circle, into the slot. Good defensive stick by Humber. 35 to go on the Minnesota man advantage. Humber clears. That is a big clearing for Boston considering they change all four.
Also wasting time down on the penalty play.
20 seconds and counting now. Always scary to be on the kill, but it can also turn into a good thing in the end. Some momentum is much needed for Boston. The final seconds left to kill.
5 seconds left on the power play.
Polasic. As Martins darts out of the box into the action. Muratovic sends it off the back of Krenzen, and Martins was almost gone. Hughes now with the toe drag. That was a bizarre sequence. Back at even, just one goal separating these two. Hughes is open, shoots, and that's stopped in front by Young. Face off one back to Delory with a shot. Deflected wide of the net. Flynn now centering. Nobody there on the doorstep. Pulled out by Plante. Plante over the line. Rips one well wide of the net. Dylan Flynn. Up for Dumont. Polasic, down the wall. Will Weaver. Intercepted, Von Bokern with a chance! Denied! Oh wait, he scores! It went through! What in the world just happened? That was bizarre. Cartero looked like he saved it. Boston fans started cheering. And then we saw it go in the back of the net, and then Minnesota fans jumped. And they have a 2-goal lead now.
Minnesota goal scored by number 44, Colton Van Bokern. Assisted by number 791.
Van Bokern once again. Nothing going there. Ruscioni into those zone. He's got no support. Everybody else in the process of a change. Just trying to wait for his guys to settle in. Collar pinches.
That goal also gives Von Bokern his second of the day.
There's a big one for number 44 who chips it in and now goes to get a change. Martins will pick it up off the wall. He's looking for Muratovic, can't find him. This is not going to be icing. Detlefson with pressure coming right at his face. Collar can't keep it in. 2-on-1. McCoy Staus with Cody Polasic. Staus waits. Polasic backhander shovels it on. Denied by Cartero. Staus once again. Intercepted. Collar. Staus taking another lap on that far side. Up to the point for Anderson. Staus in front, Polasic, wide of the net. Good stick lift there by Bennett. Hughes trying to turn nothing into something. Now it's Polasic darting the other way. Under 6 minutes to go. Brothers in transition now. Up for Hughes. Turns, fires, denied by Young. Boston will try to stuff it short side. Loose in front. Backhander from Dumont Fandon. Humber hit hard. That's a penalty. And Zach Parise, head coach and former NHLer, pulls off his hat. He is a little bit frustrated with that. He knows this Boston power play can put BHC back in the game.
100%.
Martins at the blue line, across now for Humber. Austin Humber walking the blue line. He's given space, steps into one that's blocked by a limping Schneider. Now work to the near side, Hughes. Hughes stops. Up top, Humber looking backdoor for Brothers, not there. That's a bad giveaway. Colton Von Bokern, he is darting on a straight line. Fires, and that's denied. Humber up for Hughes. They will reset. Swiped inside of the slot. Brothers steps into one, denied. The rebound up in the air in front of the crease. Held in by Collar. Hughes now. He's brought down. That's a penalty. 58 seconds of 5-on-3. You score here in the next 58 seconds too. That new penalty stays on the board. This is big for Boston.
So now Brunson in the penalty box for tripping. Stoss in the penalty box for body checking. And Boston's got a power play for the next almost 4 minutes.
Todd Weaver might call a timeout here. I think he's going to. Now Todd Weaver's going to make a makeshift timeout. He say, you know what? If they're going to talk with Zach Parise, I'm going to talk with my guys. And then you can serve your timeout.
Minnesota's got to be very careful who they pick for these next 3 seconds.
Weaver, as soon as that whistle blows, lets his guys go back out.
Yes.
Well played.
It seems like Von Bacher, Brunson, and Zinko will be out on the ice for Minnesota. And obviously,
This is big. 50 seconds and counting. 5-on-3 for Boston. Humber, no time to waste. For Hughes, walks in, shoots it wide right. Martins regains, thought about it, now tries to fire it. It's sent out of the zone. Heroics by Keegan Detlefson. Half a minute to go on the 5-on-3. Boston's got to move. Hughes, you can tell he's gassed. Swings it behind for Martins. Ben Martins, denied by Young. Back up top. Humber from center blue line. Gobbled up by Savannah Young.
Savannah got the great save there. There's no Minnesota out. We're missing some clear shots though. We've got a lot of wingers on the left-hand side on both circles, on both face-off circles. We've got a timeout.
Timeout called by Weaver now. Mid of Boston with the timeout. Silvio thought Minnesota. It is just Boston with the timeout. We will go to a quick break on here. Do not leave your seat. Keep that seatbelt fastened. Watching this broadcast on WSBN. We're back here on WSBN. Hey, Boston fans, does this ring a bell? You're down by 2 or 3. There's 3 minutes left. You just use your timeout. Kind of similar to the 3-goal deficit against Finland yesterday, right? timeout was called 2 seconds apart from the semifinal when they did that. And they scored 3 goals in 3 minutes. So there is no bell, and there won't be a bell heard until there's 0 seconds on the clock. Martins wide of the net. 3.5 to go, and there's Staus out of the box. 5-on-4. Schneider changes out of the near side door, closest to the defensive zone, to quickly get a 4th killer in there. One tipped on, rebound there, and it could not be connected with by Muratovic. Flipped out into the defensive end of Boston. .40 seconds on the power play. Boston needs 2 before time expires, or else the team in gold won't be getting gold. Von Bokern inside. Taken away Martins. 3-on-2. A man to his left and right. Shoots. Denied. The rebound. Jabbed loose. Comes to Martins. Top of the circle. A shot. Saved by Young. Up the wall and out. Flynn thought somebody was covering the point. 10 seconds left. Krenzen is out of the box. Any moment now. Hand on the door. And he opens it. Jumps out. Comes to the bench. A change on. Schneider now at even strength. Schneider gets space. He scores!
Great players are built for great moments. And that's what Louis Schneider just did right there. And he put the dagger through each Boston fan's heart.
It's like a father and his sons going through the line. And he has a big one. 5-2 Minnesota. Sakurada looking for an answer, not there. Wow. That's video game numbers there from Savannah Young. Mark her for a .926 save percentage at the moment. That will win you a Continental Clash. Gotta stay good though. 100 seconds. It's not a lot, but it can be enough. Cartero waved to the bench. Boston pulling out all the strings now. Extra attacker out there. 6-on-5. To the point, Humber. Fires it wide. Delory now. Down low, Hughes. Chance in front. Sakurada stonewalled by Young. Even Savannah's Young's getting in there.
That's awesome. I mean, that's what hockey's all about. So Boston digs themselves in a pretty deep hole. That's now Fiona Shoney. He's headed into the penalty box, and Minnesota will be on the power play. Gotta be held together by the referee.
Yeah, and Boston's going to have to bring Cartero back in the net. Defensive zone draw.
So we still stay at a 5-5.
Well, momentarily, yes. Cartero, if he gets pulled, then it would be 5-on-5.
1 minute.
Punching save there.
1 minute.
Humber spins it out. No pulling of Cartero yet, which makes sense. Minnesota still with a healthy possession here. Von Bokern, who's got 2 goals here in the gold medal game. Does he have the hat trick in him? Denied. Very close. Out to center. Krenzen plays back. 25 seconds and counting. Detlefson carries it back into his own end. Sent in now by Krenzen. No ice. A dozen to go. Minnesota hanging on with the 5-2 lead. It's not a Minnesota miracle. It's a Minnesota masterclass. 10-0 and a gold medal, the cherry on top.
Say what you want for Noah Schneider being the MVP of this game. Savannah Young, 27 games, 27 saves in the gold medal championship.
The Minnesota Blades, your 2025 Continental Clash gold medalists. Boston, nothing to hang their heads about. 1-7 in pool play last year, 2-8 overall. And this time around, they nearly flipped their record and go all the way to the finish with a silver medal.
It looks like the Blades get the victory in the classic Boston versus Minnesota clash.
And there is the table of presents. Medals, banners, hats, and the golden skate. Here on WSBN. What a game. Final score, Minnesota 5. Boston 2. And Boston will come up first to take the silver medals. Chucky Weinberg is first off. Then Alden Muratovic. What a great job by Muratovic in this tournament. He finishes with 23 points. Next up was Austin Humber. Now it's Reese Ryan. Here's Colin DeFrancisco. This will be a nice hand here for Isaiah Cartero. Tough one to put the medal on here with the helmet up above. He's got it down. Up next, Benny Hughes, a part of the deadly first line. A big reason why Boston is here. Up next, Dylan Flynn. Fun fact, he wasn't on the roster to start the tournament. They put his first goal in under the name of Flynn Flynn. And I said, there's no way that's his name, right, on the air. It wasn't. It's Dylan Flynn. That there, MJ Collard. Now Leo Ruscioni. RJ Dumont. Down the line we go. Just about halfway through Boston. I think it's a lot of sad faces right now as Gabe Sakurada comes up, but I think they'll look back on this with a good smile. Dylan DeLory. Now Liam Brothers, the hero that got them here. Overtime winner against Finland for his 4th goal of the game just yesterday. And Will Weaver started out this tournament on a tear. Ben Martins, one of the most impressive defensemen we've seen at the Continental Clash. Rounding it out, Jack Wiggin.
How about a round of applause for the Boston Hockey Club? Second place. What an awesome team and fans. You are the best. Thank you.
And now as Minnesota patiently waited, a classic comes over the air. We are the champions. They bring up the goalies for the banner shoot. Those are some sweet hats they're preparing. Surely they have an extra or two, right? I could use one. Savannah Young up first. Gets the hat. Standing O from Minnesota parents. 27 saves on 29 shots. Unbelievable. One by one. Sammy Plante up next. They get a ring too? Oh my. Brody Westrom now. Oh yeah, they all get a ring. That is awesome. Asher Van Leer. Everybody showcasing the ring in the photo. That is a pretty cool collectible. One of the many reasons that this tournament is so special, as skating away with his was Easton Krenzen. Everett Prosser now. Picking them out one by one. Here is a limping Sammy Sarek, who's clearly playing through pain, but for a good reason. He's got a gold medal, a ring, a hat, and a trophy to eventually lift. Now Lucas Leathers. Noah Schneider, taller than the tournament directors. He used that to his advantage. One of the best players, if not the best, in this tournament. Cody Polasic scored the opening goal in this game. It was quick, 1 minute and 40 seconds in. Here comes Jackson Parise, son of the former NHLer who claps behind the Blades on the blue line. Jack Anderson. Oh, he couldn't find the camera. That's all right. Jake Zintel. Keegan Detlefson. McCoy Staus. Colton Van Bokern. There's Van Bokern with the picture.
One more hand on champion 2025, Minnesota Blades. Congratulations and service to all.
They will join together for a photo, a quick lift of the trophy, and then we'll be done here on WSBN. Real quick before I forget, just want to spread a great thanks to everybody who helped out with all the broadcasts. There's a whole lot of games. There's just 64 games in the round robin. It takes a lot of work, a lot of people get it all together, whether it's the on-ice presentation here by the tournament directors or up here on the broadcast here on WSBN. We had fairly minimal technical issues this tournament, and it's thanks to these guys. So thank you, the guys at WSBN, up at the office. Down here, the producers on the scene, our commentators. That's what I'm saying. One of the people in the audience is saying, when are they going to hoist the trophy, right? Well, that'll do it here. I'm going to go see if they have any extra hats down there. They look clean. Thank you so much to everybody at WSBN for a fun 6 days. Scott Schumann up here is our producer. He's the one setting this all up. We were screwed without him. Marcus Trivedi, our color commentator. My name is Luke Jordan. Signing off here, final score, the 2025 gold medal game at the Continental Clash. Boston Hockey Club with 2, and the champion Minnesota Blades for the first time with 5. Thank you for watching this broadcast, and we'll see you around.